It might be windy outside, but the action's about to heat up inside. Capital Christian, Sac High, coming up next. Welcome to NorCal Sports coverage of the Capital Athletic League basketball season and high school basketball once again in the recently named Phil Oates Gymnasium here at the campus of Capital Christian High School. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Tasker here with you once again to bring you live play-by-play action, and it's my pleasure as always to welcome my friend Lauren Goody Goodman back into the booth. Lauren, good evening. Another great game coming up.
It's always awesome to see these two teams. They have rich history and a rich rivalry, so back on the court again, trying to get some vengeance for the Sac High Dragons, trying to protect Phil Oates' court now for the Cougars. Absolutely.
Well, let's start with the home team. Let's start with the Cougars. Last time you were with us here on NorCal Sports TV, they took care of business against Del Campo 72-41 on Friday night. Before that, they beat Rio Americano 61-55, and that currently has them in the league, the Capital Athletic League. They're getting a big player back tonight.
Anthony Garcia, he's back. Coming from his official visit at San Jose State, he recently committed. We know the dual threat quarterback as well as the multi-sport athlete doing his thing. Congratulations to him. But I know the Cougars are happy to see him back in the lineup after getting that good visit.
Absolutely. Also going to have to keep an eye on Kanye Clark. Had a great game last time against Del Campo. Marcellus Jackson darn near jumped out of the gym last time we saw him here on NorCal Sports. Let's go to the other side. Sacramento High, 11-8 overall, 4-2. Rattled off a couple wins in a row. Wins against Cosumnes Oaks on Saturday and on Friday against Rio Americano. Currently have them third, threatening for this Capital Athletic League division lead. A chance to take over here pretty soon, but they did lose a big piece this season in Ben Roseboro. Where did he end up, Lauren?
He is no longer with the Dragons. I know the last time we saw him, he put up 33, had dynamic minutes, but I think it came to a point where he felt like he needed to take his talent to a bigger platform and also get an opportunity to play on that national schedule like Sac High once used to be, and now he is full-time at Prolific Prep, already on getting some tickets, getting in the rotation there at Prolific Prep. Super proud of Ben and his progression, and hope he has much success at Prolific Prep. We know of all the great players that have come from here. Jalen Green up in this area, also Issa Silva that came from Jesuit. So there's a rich history that they have and the relationships they have with Northern California, and I hope him the best and much success.
Sac High was number 7 in the SACB preseason rankings. Capital Christian was number 8. If that's any indication, let's even look at the last time Capital Christian and Sac High had a close one, 82-70. Last time they played, that was at Sac High. Ready for the rubber match. We're almost ready to get underway. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere.
Cast is brought to you by Capital Christian Boys Basketball. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day sleepaway basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Learn more at norcalsportstv.com/camp. The 5th annual All NorCal Games, the largest All-Star event on the West Coast and official Bay Area versus Sacramento All-Star Game, returns April 16th to Las Positas College in Livermore. Go to norcalsportstv.com/ANG for all the details.
Welcome back to the Phil Oates Gymnasium here at Capital Christian High School. We're just about ready for pregame festivities to get underway, and when we do, we'll take you down courtside. Another player to keep an eye on tonight for Sac High, Mike Wilson Jr., great shooter. The one to keep an eye on is Keon Buford. Looks like they're ready now. We head down courtside for tonight's pregame festivities.
Dear Lord, we thank you for the fans. Thank you for everyone that is here tonight, Lord. special thank you. I lift up these young men and the talents and the opportunities to bless them with, Lord. And help us just to sit back and enjoy and glorify you and all we can say. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please remain standing for tonight's national anthem.
We are just about ready to get action underway. Lauren, let's go over the starters. First, the visiting Sacramento High Dragons. They are going to have Kendall Hearn, Amarian Sanders, Mike Wilson, Zuri Franklin, and Jaden Morris out there. Any names standing out to you on the starting lineup for the Dragons?
Oh, it starts with number 1, Jaden Morris. He is the motor that keeps the Dragons going. Very tenacious player. Don't be surprised by his height. Yes, he is small in stature, but his heart and his tenacity is bigger than most. So be surprised and be looking out for number 1, Jaden Morris.
We'll go over to the Capital Christian side. Here's the Cougars starting lineup. And like we mentioned, getting him back after his visit to San Jose State. Anthony Garcia back in the starting lineup. Also joining him is Desmond Rushton, Kanye Clark, Marcellus Jackson, and Micah Hobson rounding out the starting 5. We mentioned already Anthony Garcia coming back from his visit to San Jose State. What does he bring to the floor, Lauren?
Oh, he's a rebounding machine. He plays very physical. When he's around the rim, you got to know where he's at all times, and he also has the ability to be a high flyer. So if you don't know where number 1 is on the other team, you best believe you've got to find him quickly and know where he's at and point him out.
The other one we want to mention real quick is Kanye Clark. Again, last time we were with you, he made quite the difference for the Cougars. Really got his hands dirty there with defense. Great with the assists, no-look passes. Kind of led the fast break for the Cougars last time out.
Oh, most definitely. And I think that connection with Garcia and Clark and that tandem that they have and the relationship they have on the football field, they share it naturally on the court. And I just think that brings an edge and a difference about it. They have the athleticism as basketball players, but they also bring that physicality and toughness that you get on that football field.
Absolutely. You look at Sakai real quick one more time as the crowd goes wild for those starters coming out right now for the Cougars. Real quick, Sakai, I mentioned him briefly, but Keon Buford, we were watching him here in pregame. The young man has bounced. He's jumping up. It seemed every other time I was looking at the Dragons sideline, he's getting ready to put on a showdown in the paint tonight.
Oh, he's a big body inside the key. Coach Woolman is going to want to figure out how he can get him the basketball, how he can get some touches in the inside. Even though he's coming off the bench, he will be a presence off that bench and hopefully getting into that good rotation of that 6 or 7 spot. Head
coach for the Sacramento Dragons, McCall Woolman, and of course head coach for the Capital Christian Cougars, Michael Lorente. Last minute adjustments being given by the Cougars assistant coaches here. It looks like we're about ready for tip-off tonight as both teams head to center court. Quick shake of hands. We love to see the good sportsmanship. And it's time for basketball. A windy day in Sacramento. It's nice to be inside where it's warm. We got some great basketball coming your way. We hope you can stay tuned for the entirety of tonight's matchup here on NorCal Sports TV. Here's tonight's opening tip, and it's going to go the Cougars' way. And Garcia gets his hands in early. He drives to the court. Puts up the first shot, no good. It's going to be rebounded. Looks like Clark waiting at the three-point line. Now he gets it. Takes a step to his left, goes to the paint, looks down low. That one's going to be turned over. Here come the Dragons quickly. Down in the paint, goes up, and good. First couple points on the board. Looks like that's Wilson Jr. Action quick, another quick turnover from the Cougars, and a fast break. There's Wilson Jr. again. He's going to go to the paint. Contested, no good. Rebound, and they're going to call that goaltending. So give Wilson 2 points on the night. Mark Wilson Jr. There's a Mike Wilson and a Mark Wilson. There's a little bit of confusion down low. Here come the Cougars now. Sacramento coming out quick, trying to pick up the pace of play.
And that pressure, they want to extend the floor. They are delayed right now, but as soon as you give them tipping opportunities, they're going to go get it. And there's another turnover.
Trying to go quickly. Here come the Dragons to the corner. Wilson Jr. 3-ball on the way. Good!
He's on fire.
The young man is on fire.
He's on fire.
The first 7 points all going Wilson Jr.'s way.
He came out ready. You can tell in his eyes right now he's a man on a mission. He's bringing the load and carrying the team, and you can tell a lot of other guys have gotten confidence since the move of Rosenberg.
Clark's going to get it. He's going to go back to Hobson down low. They're going to try to work it down low. Garcia has it. Has Franklin low. Garcia goes all the way. He goes. No good. Rolled off the back of the rim. And called down low.
And now I've had a concern all season with the Cougars because they miss so many chip buckets. They miss so many attempts around the rim, and that sometimes can be deflating, as well as put you in situations down the stretch where you're going to need some of those layups. I mean, that right there breaks the edge, and now they can potentially go up 9-0 or 10-0.
Marcellus Franklin with the foul there early. They'll bring it down in the paint high, a little delay, hook shot in, and good. Given the bucket, there's Hearn, his first bucket of the night, 9-0, 6:18 left in this first period of play. Now the Cougars trying to stretch it long. Big entry pass, double team comes up, Clark has it. He drives to the paint, looks to the corner, 3-ball on the way, no good. Rebound's gonna go Cougars' way, now it's tipped. Fight for it in the corner, here come the Dragons quickly. 2-on-2, now that one's turned over. Up come the Cougars. Garcia to the corner. 2 on the way is good.
Hobson, that's exactly what they needed to kind of stop some of this bleeding the Dragons have poured on thus far in the first.
9-2, 5:40. Now the Dragons slow down the pace. They go to the paint. Floater on the way is good. Count that one. Morris with his first bucket of the night. Sweet little floater action. Fake the run into the paint. Step back, and you'll love to see it.
And the Dragons haven't slowed down their tempo at all. They're continuing the pressure. You will see an adjustment when they get turned, but there's another turnover. 4 turnovers already for the Cougars.
3-on-2, no look pass to the paint. Delayed, rolls in. He's fired up.
Here comes the timeout, and the Dragons go crazy right now.
Kendall Hearn off the glass and in. We'll take a break as we take another look at this one. When we come back, the resumption of action. Sac High up big early, 13-2.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school, so it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and get and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. The games, I love playing games. Yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second, has another shot, puts it up to end the game. Nails the 3.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for 3. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the chills? I have the chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
Sac High up big to start early, 13-2, playing with incredible pace. Goody, do you think they can keep this pace up the entire game?
Well, they seem like a new fueled team. You're getting into this playoff realm where you need your team to play like this anyway coming down the stretch. This is a very important ball game for the Dragons as they create another turnover there because of their pressure.
Sloppy passing from the backcourt, and the Dragons have it again. They've been on a good run of form, winners of 2 in a row. Played Friday night, Saturday night, back-to-back in convincing fashion they win. See what they can do now. 2, long 2 on the way, count it!
And that's a 3 right there.
It is a 3, good call. Hearn with his third bucket of the night. His first 3 of the night. They're going to get a blocking foul.
And now he has a quiet 7, or I'm gonna say not so quiet 7 right now. And you see the rotation again. The Dragons applying pressure. That zone being so tenacious, and they're trying to lay it over the top. And that's where deflections and tip hands come in. And they've done a really good job of creating tips and deflections. They haven't really got any secure traps yet. Their pressure has made them turn the ball over. And sometimes that's the best way you want your press to be.
Jaden Nolan checks in for the first time, and Clark gets on the board now. His first bucket of the night, make it 16-4. There's Morris with it. Calls out his play. Dump it off now. 3 ball, another one on the way. They're feeling it. And it's raining down at Phil Oaks Gym.
It's been all Dragons, and they got a big-time lead. You see the quarterback dropping a pass.
Off the backboard, blocked.
But another chippy that the Cougars haven't been able to put in to kind of stop some of this bleeding.
Wilson Jr. with his second 3 that last possession. Dragons trying to go up big. 19-4, and there's going to be a foul.
And no patience right there by Morris. Guards that are watching the game, coaches, preach this message to your guards. Take your time and set it up. You see there's a little bit of movement, but on both sides. Post, you don't have to extend like that. Get in position, allow your guard to come off the screen and set it up. You're just supposed to be planted, feet still, and not trying to move. He pushed the leg out a little bit. That's an easy call for the officials.
Second foul on the Cougars for the team. I believe both of those are on Clark. Garcia drives to the paint, goes up big time, and count it. His first bucket of the night, 6-19.
And that's when Garcia is the best. When he turns the corner, when he puts his head down, he is very tenacious to the rim, and nobody really stops him when he gets a head full of steam.
Morris hands that one off to Wilson, who drives. This one turned over. That's going to be Cougars' ball. Says he touched it last. Wilson can't believe it.
There was a lot of white on that one. I don't know. Let's see how the instant replay looks. Good job by the Cougars, though, keeping them in front.
Tough to say. It might be a 50-50 ball there.
Most definitely.
Here come the Cougars now, trying to take advantage of the turnover.
And this Cougars doing a really good job of being patient because, again, it was a delay press, not a trap press. Remember, they got all those turnovers because they did not get a secured trap yet.
Trying to find Garcia underneath. They're going to say jump ball. I think that ball is going to come Sacramento way. And they are. They have the possession.
And Coach Wallman clapping his team up, pacing the sideline right now. He couldn't be happier about how his team has come out in this first quarter and played the first half. But now they got another 3 minutes, and you can already tell the Cougars have kind of figured out some things with that press. And let's see if the Dragons can respond right now at the end of this stretch of the first.
Morris flips it over to his right side. Hearn with another one. Long 2, count it. Hearn is on fire tonight, folks.
It's all Dragons right now. You can tell that the Dragons had a really good warm-up to start today, and they haven't missed too many shots.
Garcia with Hearn with 9 points already on the evening.
Garcia already being effective, getting that offensive rebound. Good move down there.
Beautiful.
With the left-hand lay.
Oh, that's beautiful from
Devin
Lewis. Beautiful from Lewis, his first bucket of the night.
Now, you remember last time we were here, Lewis played very good coming off the bench, and you see he's sooner in the rotation right now, and that's all because of that young man's hard work. Let's see if it can pay off.
Oh, a late hack, and he's going to go to the line. He might be hurt.
And that was really unnecessary by Jaden Nolan. You don't have to come in. Lewis plays really good defense right here, keeping Morris in front. He had him contained because the pull-up came. Nolan, just stay out of there. Don't try to get that foul.
Well, it's nice to see Morris up and walking around. He definitely took a shot to his head. He's shooting 2 at the line. Like you mentioned, getting Nolan with the foul. It's his first of the night. Team's third. First one on the way. We will see a new Dragon checking in. And it looks like that's going to be number 23 from here. We don't have a 23 on our roster. We'll find out who it is. Morris makes both of his. Make it 23-8. Garcia willing to play quarterback. Now he goes downfield. Pass down low, and they're going to get a foul. We'll wait and see who this one's on. There's a couple Dragons down low. They'll stay on the floor.
Good job by the Cougars trying to get the ball up, not delaying or waiting for that press. Good try to get that charge, but kind of gave up the body too soon, not square shoulders. Easy call for the officials.
Cougars willing to work it around. Fresh shot clock. Lewis with it. Now they move back around. Lewis gets his ball tipped. Hangs onto it.
The Dragons give a different look right now. They're in a 2-3 zone.
Jackson Nolan, free ball on the way is short. Here come the Dragons with speed, and they're willing to take that foul. Lewis with that one. Team's fourth. It's been all Dragons early, 23-8. Definitely came out with the energy, the pace. Goody mentioned the great warm-up they had. Let's see if they can add to it on this possession. Morris.
And this is the add-on to how good your team is. Another pull, way off there, but the Dragons get another offensive possession. Can they execute in the half court? This is what's going to show if they're going to be a playoff team or not. Turnover by Hearn.
Hearn wanted to reach, and they're going to say it was a travel. And coming the other way. Doesn't look like too bad of a reach. Now Wilson Jr. will check out for the Dragons. Hearn so far the leading scorer.
And Hearn hasn't come off the floor. He has to continue to play big, help this team stay afloat. But he's been playing really well down the stretch and helping the Dragons kind of secure some of these wins in these tough battles. Here it goes again in the screen roll. Got to use it, Morris, but good read for the leg.
Oh, that was beautiful. Morris with his second bucket of the night. Caught off the double team, drove to the right, and off he went. Cougars coming quickly down low. Foul. And no, he walked with it.
Another turnover. 7 turnovers already for the Cougars. They're going to have to turn down the turnovers if they want to stay alive in this game. But it's another clear chance. You see Hearn just challenged, got some difficulty there in the shuffle of the feet. It's back Dragons ball.
Johnson with the travel. Valdez also on the floor now for the Cougars. Is it the pace that's hurting them? Are they trying to pick up their tempo to try to compete with the Dragons?
Of course they are, because they're trying to get back in the ball game. It's to the advantage of the Dragons that they've been playing fast pace, but also that they have this significant league. And so instead of the Cougars trying to keep up with their pace, they're also trying to keep the game close.
There's another foul. This one's on Lewis. That's his second. He didn't like it. Remember last time out, the Cougars were getting frustrated with some of the calls. Ended up seeing quite a few technicals as well.
And this is where Lewis went wrong at. Okay, his hands are down. You got to keep your hands up, because naturally, once your hands are down, you're in that reach range. He touched him once. The official gave it. It was on the second bump where he got that foul.
Long two on the way was no good. Rebounded by the Cougars. Under 30 seconds for the first period of play. 25-8 is our score.
Cougars need a bucket right here. Close the quarter out. They got to get a score.
Clark moves it over to Rushton. Rushton tries to go up and in. No good. Rebound Dragons. Now they got a 3-on-1 chance. A little bit of help coming. Up to the rack. And one! A beautiful play by Jackson. I'm sorry, by Mike Wilson. Jackson on the foul. Take a look at this one again, Goody.
And it started with Hearn. Hearn is playing terrific tonight. Push the tempo. 3-on-1. Show and go. And one bucket.
The foul will be on Nolan. My correction there. His second of the night. That's a 16th foul already early for the Cougars. 6.7 on the clock. 3-point play is no good. Goes to the corner.
Sanders gets another offensive rebound. They make it a shot.
Timeout called. Woolman's going to take a timeout, try to run a play here late. They'll take a timeout, so will we when we come back at the end of the first period on NorCal Sports TV. Almost a role reversal from the last time we were here in NorCal Sports TV. Only 8 points so far for Capital Christian. Garcia, Clark, Lewis, and Hobson doing the scoring. Meanwhile, Hearn. Quick math here. Looks like 9 points from him. 10 from Wilson Jr. Getting a lot of good help from guys, their starters. Morris, the only one to go to the line and shoot 2. And a chance to potentially make it 30-8 in the first quarter of play tonight.
And if anybody knows Coach Lorente right now, you know he is steaming and wants his team to come out with a better performance. Hopefully they can get a stop right here.
Long 3 ball is going to be tipped, no good. And that's going to end the first period of play. 27-8 is our score. Sac High all over Capital. When they reset, so will we. When we come back, second quarter action. Don't go anywhere, folks.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school. So it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and get and meet some college coaches. So, yeah.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. The games, I love playing games, yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second. Has another shot. Puts it up to end the game. Nails the 3.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for 3. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the
Beautiful
chills? I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
Matt Barnes. That is. Well, we got some local favorites in the crowd tonight. Matt Barnes, formerly of the Sacramento Kings, Golden State Warriors, and many others. In attendance tonight, see him right there. I'd like to thank him for joining us and tuning in. A couple players you wanted to mention there, Mike Wilson and Kendall Hearn for Sac High, definitely leading the way so far for the Dragons.
No, definitely. I'm really proud of Mike Wilson Jr. I know it's not a name that most people know or most people heard, but he's been at Sac High for 4 years. He's come up the ropes, started with the JV team, really impressive, really earned everything he's gotten. He's grown so much and helped this team, and you can tell naturally he's been waiting for his opportunity for this to be his team or him to be the man on this team. He's come out with that presence, and it was all him that first quarter with Hearn, so we should see if they can ride that into the second.
Stephen Keene's going to check in, comes to him now. He's going to spin, try to make something happen there for the Cougars. He'll end up passing it back off to Rushton. Rushton to the corner. He's going to find Clark. Clark now, he cuts to the paint, finds a corner man. 3 ball on the way. No good's a little strong. The Dragons come up big with another rebound.
You see Cougars pick up immediately.
Swarming on defense. Oh, that's a big hit.
Wilson Jr., every play that happens, he's clapping, he's energy. He's come to ball tonight. I can't deny it, but good job from the Cougars by picking up the freshman immediately, seeing that the freshman is struggling and applying that pressure. That was a good read. Sometimes in the game, the coaches don't have to call every double, call every set. Sometimes as a player, you have to make a read. It was a missed basket. Both of my teammates are standing right there. That was really good defense by the Cougars. They have to do a better job of not fouling. So you see they're having glimpses and moments where they can be really good, and sometimes they're being detrimental to themselves. They got to start hurting themselves.
Absolutely. HUSCLE, hustle is the name of the game. Long 2 on the way. Filthy little turn there.
Jones with the filth.
Love that. His first bucket of the night.
Right off the bench. Here's a break open for the Cougars, wide open down the stretch.
And there's Keene, his first bucket of the night. 29-10 is our score. Dragons want to slow this one down just a little bit. Now it's going to come up to Wilson. Wilson's got Wilson Jr. to his left. They'll end up dumping it off to Morris.
And this is such a crucial part in both teams' game. Can they execute at the half court?
Morris stumbles a little bit. That one's going to get turned over. He wants a call, doesn't get it.
Morris has to do a better job of right now controlling his emotions, seeing if he can lock in. I know he's passionate, but here's another outbreak for the Cougars.
Clark not willing to fight off the contact. Floater off the glass is good. His second bucket 29-12. Here come the Dragons.
See that football connection again. Good read by Garcia. Coach Lorente knows I'm putting my best decision maker and taking out the ball.
Wilson goes. That one's going to get stolen. Kanye Clark decides to slow it down. We're gonna watch this Clark-Morris matchup all night long.
Oh, it's gonna be good. Both of them play very similar styles in play. They both are very aggressive. Just Clark's a lefty.
Down low, up and in. It is good. Horn get him on the board. 29-14. The deficit slowly starting to dip here. Second quarter just getting underway. Morris is gonna bring it forward. He finds Wilson Jr., who will rotate. Now he drives to the paint. Floater off the glass is no good. Rebound. Cougars going to come up away with it.
Morris Jr. got to use that left.
Garcia, corner, 3-ball, uncontested on the way. No good. Rebound Garcia. He goes up. He attacked. He'll go to the line.
Yep. Easy call. A lot of contact down there. Once you swipe down, you'll see good find in the corner. Something that the Cougars have to get better at is shooting the three-point ball. But Garcia doing what he's really good at it, crashing the boards, getting second chance opportunities. That's how he got to the free throw line right now.
We're going to get Jones on the foul. First one on the way from Garcia is no good. Rattles everywhere but in.
And now remember I was talking to you about in the first quarter. Think about how many turnovers. They had 7 turnovers. They had over 4 missed layups. The difference in the game sometimes is making free throws and making layups. You don't have to make the game that hard. Take care of the basketball. Do the small things.
Second one on the way from Garcia is good this time. 3 points tonight for him, and now it's 29-15.
And it's been all Cougars. Right now they're on the 7-2 run.
Chance to stop the bleeding for the Dragons. They slow it down. Morris comes forward. Clark tries to eye him up. He'll eat the screen. Morris drives to the paint, then he resets. He goes up to the top. He's got Hearn. Hearn has Wilson. He goes back to Morris. Big three on the way from Morris. No good. It looks like he forced that one a little bit, Goody.
And it's because he's looking for contact. Get out of your own head. I know you want to play physical. I know you want to make this a game. Every game matters. And even Coach right now talking to Morris about that last shot. Stop looking for a call and just play basketball. We need you to be locked in, and because you're looking for calls right now, you're taking shots that are not good and shots that are not high percentage.
Foul on the floor was on Franklin. We have that as his first in my book.
And there's a decision maker picking the press apart.
Finds Keen for 3. Count it! Keener for 3. And just like that, 29-18, 11-point game.
And they needed somebody to make the Dragons be legit. And you talked about that pace and that energy. They haven't had the same since that 3:09 mark in the first. They got to show their legs and their wind right now. But the 2-3 zone is really bothering the Dragons because they don't have that freedom to drive and attack like they want to.
The Dragons have allowed the crowd to come back into this one. They are on their feet. It is loud here at the Phil Oaks Gymnasium. Morris goes to Hearn. Corner. Tipped. Three's no good. Keen with the rebound. He tries to pick up the pace. Here comes Keen. He finds a man who drives. Dumps off to the corner. They're going to say, hard to see there from the corner. Someone jumped up. I think they're going to say jump ball. It's going to say Dragons ball. Take a look again. Jalen Valdez, my apologies.
Jump ball, good hold down there by the Dragons to kind of stop this transition that they were on and pushing the tempo. But here again, you see the extension in the zone.
Cougars on a 10-2 run.
And the Cougars, I like Coach Lorente right now, changing the looks defensively. He went from a 2-3 to a 3-2, which is an easy switch, but now you see more pressure extended, and the Dragons just struggling, but they get through a seam, and Hearn drops in too. Wilson.
Mike Wilson gets in, drops in too. Quickly the other way, no good. Dragons come up with it, fumbled a little bit. They finally break out. Here comes Wilson again. Finds the corner. Hearn, 3-ball on the way. No goods off the front iron. Rebound Wilson. He goes up. He's going to get fouled down low.
Wilson, a good pickup, senior. But he does some of these intangible things like being able to get that weak side rebound. You see pushes in tempo. Finds Hearn. Hearn short, but he stays persistent. Nobody boxing him out. He gets an easy rebound.
Valdez on the foul. His first. First foul shot on the way is good. 32-18.
And that's one of the big things. I know they've played each other before. Capital's been able to dig out of holes, but when you dig holes like that, it puts us in a situation like we're in right now where the Dragons have been able to sustain, even though they've made mistakes, they've been able to sustain the league right now.
Mike Wilson makes both of his, 33-18. 3:25 left in the first half of action.
Garcia saving another one right there, right to Clark. He's unable to finish with the right hand. Garcia not able to get back on Jones right there. The freshman just gets a floater over the top.
Pardon that, technical difficulties there. 35-18, 2:43. Garcia has it, he looks down low. Now kicks to the corner. Valdez, 3-ball. He made one earlier, not this time. Out of bounds, it's going to be Dragons ball.
And there's a lot of balls rattling in there. Got to be able to make shots, but it seems like right now the Dragons are more tough inside than the Cougars, and that's where they're finding gaps in the seams. They can't let them get past the perimeter. See how they work, but right now another turnover.
It's kicked down low, it's picked up. Garcia ends up with it, trying to spread the speed. Here comes the court. Corner, pump fake, nice one from Valdez, uncontested three. Bang!
Valdez, come in and do your job. He got 8 this quarter off the bench. I like it, freshman.
35-21 from the freshman off the bench. 2 to play in the second quarter. Dragons working to the corner. Wilson, 3-ball, and he answers!
Wilson with a 3 of his own.
7 points of the night for Wilson. Back to the corner, another 3-ball on the way. They're letting it fly at Phil Oak's gym. Hobson for 3.
Let's trade baskets, but if you're the Cougars right now, that's something you cannot do because you're down by 14.
Timeout, Michael Woolman. They take a timeout. We are going to take a sip of water, calm down after the action there. 1:30 left in the first half, 38-24.
Cast is brought to you by Capital Christian Boys Basketball, the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp, 5-day sleepaway basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Learn more at norcalsportstv.com/camp. The 5th annual All NorCal Games, the largest All-Star event on the West Coast and official Bay Area versus Sacramento All-Star Game, returns April 16th to Las Positas College in Livermore. Go to norcalsportstv.com/ANG for all the details.
The Dragons are in the bonus. 1:30 left in this first quarter action. And they're going to take it out from the near sideline. Goody, you were questioning the timeout call there from the Dragons?
Most definitely. Team had flow, team had continuity. They were moving the ball better than they have been in previous possessions. So it's always, it's a coach's read on a timeout like that. They just want to get a 30. Probably they want to get in a set that he wants to execute right now, wanted to get some subs in. But I wanted to see how they could do continuously with handling it themselves because they had just got a few possessions before that where they were decent and moved the ball really well. So let's see how this drawn-up play is.
Jones, Morris, Franklin, they're willing to move the ball around. Buford, first time we've called his name, and there's his first bucket. Buford with the sweet little left hook.
Buford coming in off the bench, and you see they drew up a designated play just for him to get the basketball. So got to give kudos to coach. Good timeout, good execution by the Dragons.
Clark tried to find a man in the corner. It was Valdez. Ended up taking contact. Oh, good. Oh, down goes Franklin hard.
Good hustle by Valdez, though. I like that. Didn't want trot back. He definitely could have gave up on the play after the turnover, but he sprinted back and got a deflection, got that ball out of bounds, so now they got to reset and didn't get an easy layup.
Under a minute, 40-24 is the score. They're going to find Morris in the corner. He decides to go baseline. Takes contact.
Oh! went on that one.
Clark sends that one back where it came from.
Clark said, uh-oh, got him on the step, but not in my house.
3 on the way for Morris is no good as we get back to the action. Dragons will take the ball, 48 to play. They'll find the corner. They're going to find Wilson. Buford isolates from the paint. Now he's got it. Jumper on the way. The senior's no good. Rebound Wilson. Big effort. Fouled on the way up. He goes to the line. Hobson on the foul.
Wilson doing the intangibles. I like how he's coming out thus far. The junior captain right now doing it all. I know we talked about Morris coming out and trying to be some presence, but right now Wilson is doing it all, whether it's rebounding, whether it's pushing the ball in tempo, or whether it's scoring for his ball club.
First one's good. And I like seeing he had his eyes up looking at the bucket, looked and he found Buford for the open shot. Ended up being no good, but the hustle, you mentioned the intangibles, jumped up for the rebound. It was nice to see.
And he already has 10 points on the board.
We'll keep it at 10 after we missed on the second one. Just over 30 seconds. Valdez turned late to it. Clark's now got it, and Clark's going to reset. About a second difference from the shot clock. He works it over to Garcia, who goes back to Clark. Yet to pick up his dribble, he goes back to Garcia, who has plenty of room. He's going to go into the paint, off the glass and in. You just knew that one was coming. Second bucket of the night for Garcia. 41, 46, 41, 26. 10 seconds left in this half.
And that was a good setup by Clark and Garcia, but I wouldn't have gave the Dragons the last shot.
Morris throws over Franklin's no good. Rebound. They're not going to get a shot off. 41-26 has been all Dragons early. Can head coach Michael Lorente get his team to answer? The Dragons make their way over to the locker room. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll recap the first half of action, and we'll get you ready for the second half. Once again, score of the half, 41-26, Dragons over the Cougars.
Cast is brought to you by Capital Christian Boys Basketball, the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp, 5-day sleepaway basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Learn more at norcalsportstv.com/camp. The 5th annual All NorCal Games, the largest All-Star event on the West Coast and official Bay Area versus Sacramento All-Star Game, returns April 16th to Las Positas College in Livermore. Go to norcalsportstv.com/ANG for all the details. Cast is brought to you by Capital Christian Boys Basketball, the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp, 5-day sleepaway basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Learn more at norcalsportstv.com/camp. The 5th Annual All-NorCal Games, the largest All-Star event on the West Coast and official Bay Area versus Sacramento All-Star Game, returns April 16th to Las Positas College in Livermore. Go to norcalsportstv.com/ANG for all the details. Cast is brought to you by Capital Christian Boys Basketball.
Welcome back inside the Phil Oates. I got stuck there. I'm late for me too. Phil Oates Gymnasium here at Capital Christian High School, where it's all Dragons are now 41-26 at the half. Lauren Goodman joining me here. A couple of players definitely stepping up big time for the Dragons. Wilson, Morris.
Yeah, I was like, we got to start with Wilson Jr. He came out big. I think the difference is Wilson Jr. and Wilson, I don't know if they have any relation right now, but they both have 10 points apiece. And then Hearn coming in with 9. Nobody in significant foul trouble other than Franklin with the 2 fouls. So the Dragons are in good position right now. It's all about how the Cougars respond. They finished the first half very strong. They had a 18-point quarter in that second quarter. So it's like they are building on. It's very important that the Dragons respond. In that second quarter, the Cougars outscored them 18-14. So that could be the difference in the game right now. That's a 4-point swing. Great job by the Dragons for jumping out to that big lead, but it's also about sustaining that big lead, and who will respond best in the third is so important right now.
Mike and Mark Wilson. I don't know if they're related either, but they're definitely related on the score sheet.
We'll definitely find out. We'll find out for you guys.
We'll get for sure. On the other side of the ball, Cap Christian, it's kind of been spread out. Valdez coming off the bench there, letting it rain from three-point land. Had a great first half off the bench. Garcia coming back after his visit to San Jose State, where he declared. Congrats to the young man. Only 5 points in the first half. You think they're going to want to get him more involved?
Absolutely. Like you said, Valdez coming off the bench with 8 points. Garcia's finishing with 5 and leading in that second quarter, that second quarter where he kind of broke out. But you see he's in the decision-making piece right now. He's in helping his team get the press. Like I said, what I've seen from his games thus far, he scores best off the basketball or when he has a clear lane. So you saw in that last setup where Clark and Garcia kind of were patiently waiting, trying to get that zone to move and shift so they can find the gaps. And Garcia, if he does a better job in the second half of being offensively aggressive, trying to find his gaps, I think he will have a significantly big third quarter, but a better second half than he had in the first.
Less than a minute till we resume action here in the second half. Any predictions that what we're going to see coming up here? Any changes from the head coaches, Lorente or Woolman?
I'm going to go with Lorente. I think the Cougars make the first biggest adjustment. I think the Cougars are going to come back really well coached. That's no knock to the Dragons, but I think the Dragons have been on top, and they kind of got shaky in that second quarter, so I think Lorente makes the biggest response. His team comes out fast, but it's all going to be about the Dragons and can they sustain a lead. It's different when you have different scenarios. Right now, they have a big enough lead that where if they play well and respond to what the Cougars' adjustments they make, they'll be fine. But I think Lorente already making some changes to the 2-3 zone, the 3-2 zone, where they know the Dragons haven't really done a good job of shooting the basketball. Now, they've made some in that first, but they cooled off only 1-3 in that second quarter, so they know that zone was impactful. I think he leans on that more, and that may make a swing for the Cougars.
Worth noting, the Cougars only just came out of the locker room with about 18 seconds left in the halftime break. You got to think Lorente definitely ripped into them.
Well, neither team shot. I didn't see the Dragons.
I saw Dragons.
Oh, they shot a little bit.
They were doing.
They both came out extremely late. So
yeah, definitely. Praise and maybe a little bit of constructive criticism being passed along from each of the head coaches. We're getting ready to start the second half. Capital Christian will be going from right to left. Here we go.
You talked about the adjustment already. Valdez starting this second half because he's one of their lead scorers. So I like Coach Lorente's thought process already. Give the young gun some opportunities to build his confidence as well.
Young man had the hot hand. 3-ball on the way is no good. Garcia with the rebound. Kiss off the glass is no good. And that's going to be rebounded by Franklin. And out come the Dragons. Morris, okay to slow it down to start. They started like a rocket ship in the first half. Off of a fast break, 9-0 is the score. They're going to work it around. That's a turnover. Here they come. Garcia all the way. Get up, this man. Boom with the one-handed jam. There's the momentum they needed.
Take flight, young man. Take flight.
41-28. My knees hurt watching it.
That was a great way to respond. I was very concerned with Capital missing their first chip layup, but Garcia coming out aggressively on the switch, getting him a slammer jammer.
Morris going to work to his right, throws a pump fake, throws it over to his teammate. There's Wilson. Back to Morris. He cuts to his left, spin move in the paint, tries to go back the other way. His teammate picks him up, no good on the rebound. Wilson goes again, still no good. Rebound, Cougars. Now they're going to try to break out.
Morris trying to force too much right now. Garcia, the bigger defender, gets advantage. Valdez.
Off the glass and in! Valdez with the hot hand to start the second half. 41-30. Take a look at this one again, Goody.
Valdez, he's ready. The young man stepped up. He said, give me the ball. Hang, show and go, and one.
Hearn on the foul. That's his first.
And Garcia getting that tip. He said, oh, San Jose what? San Jose State, sign me.
Yes, sir. Valdez converts the three-point play. And it's a 10-point game just like that. Morris willing to come. Up the court with it, slow. 41-31. He finds Wilson. Finds a slash. That was going to get tipped. It'll stay Cougar ball. Looks like he saw Wilson Jr. cutting.
You asked me who was going to respond first. It seems like the Cougars, they on a 6-0 run. Let's see if the Dragons can stop them.
They drive low, up and in, no good. Rebound Cougars. That 6-0 run continues.
Rushton not able to get on the scoreboard, but he's doing a really good job of rebounding and securing those defensive rebounds so they can push the tempo.
Garcia, deep three on the way. No good. It's off the back iron. Big rebound by Clark. He goes up with the contact. No good. Down low. They're going to say a push, and it's going to be Dragons ball.
Easy call over the back. Clark, I like the persistence. Continuing to push. You see right here just saying, I'm never going to die. I'm never going to give up. And the rip over the back was the push and the foul.
I think we're going to see some depth pieces where the Dragons have to come into play here as Morris drives. He gets knocked around. And it looks like that's going to be Cougars' ball as it flies off his chest there. Stepped out of bounds.
And this is a helper for right now. You see Morris trying to create the contact. The referees are saying he's initiating the contact, which is why they're not calling it. And on the next one, maybe when he drops his shoulder, Cougars, if they're in the right position, they make it an offensive foul.
Absolutely. And we're seeing a hold foul. That's going to stay on the floor.
Morris might want to watch himself right now. Frustration is setting in. Crowd is getting on him, and here's a frustration foul right now. Clark, good change of speed and all on his hip. But of course, we get the legendary I didn't foul face.
You mentioned the frustration. Seeing a few hands on hips as well as this one's tipped into Garcia, and they're going to get a foul. I think they're going to get Hearn here again. And it looks like they will. That's his second in as many minutes.
And emotional pull, right? Morris is off the Richter right now. He isn't locked in. Hearn's playing well. He's frustrated with the foul.
Yeah, I might give that to Wilson, actually.
No contact there, but again, you can't allow the frustration to set in. They're making a run on you right now. You have to do a better job of controlling your emotions if you want to keep this lead.
First one from Garcia is no good, and you saw him in that replay. He tried to call for that one up top.
When you have an athlete like Garcia, every coach has that type of play in their playbook where it's either some type of screen misdirection so where they can get a lob over the top, or either a tip in the women's game and a big slam in the men's.
Garcia misses both, and Wilson with an angry rebound. Corner three on the way. Count that one.
I'm not going to say it, but they need to find a way to get Wilson Jr. the basketball more often. You can't be so caught up in your game and what's going on with you that you can't find the hot hand on the floor. And Wilson Jr. right now, he's giving it all for the Dragons.
Drives in. I think they're going to get Morris on the block, and they will. That's the third triple of the night. As we take another look here at the Cougars' last possession, I believe here's the foul.
And Morris, again, he's picked up 2 fouls in this third quarter alone, and now he's tied with Hearn for 2. And so they're going to have to watch it. And I like right now how both coaches, Coach McCall, you see right here, talking to Morris, trying to calm him down, trying to get him level-headed because they need him to sustain this lead right here. As we see Clark dropping in 2.
44-33, 5:10 left in the third quarter. Morris has it, he works it over. Looks for Wilson. Big pass is going to be tipped. Stays Sacramento ball. Hearn will find Morris and he'll slow it down. 20 on the shot clock.
And now if you look at the lines right now here at Philo Stadium, Morris is all the way out to the volleyball line. He is so far away from the basket, and now we're in 10 seconds left in the shot clock. They got to get something good right here.
Hearn with a couple hands in his face. No good. Rebounds Garcia. He comes up to Clark. Clark's going to go all the way up and in. Count it!
Yep, fine. I like it by Clark. Put your head down and go, football player. Jesus!
The foul's on Wilson Jr. Count the bucket.
And another fast break layup that started with who? The QB, Garcia. Pushes the tempo. Clark said, get out my way. You're not taking a charge today. And get that bucket.
44-33.
And now there's a technical. Look what I called. I'm not going to say I'm a rocket scientist right now, but I know this game. The emotion of the Dragons right now is out of control. They have to hone in. Coach Woolman is trying to get his team locked in. The bench is trying to get his team locked in. But they have to control their emotions if they want to stay in this ball game.
The technical shot will be taken, looks like, by Clark, and it is good.
I think Clark just shot his and 1 free throws.
I think so too. So okay, there, I believe you're right. So we count that one for Clark. Now Valdez to the line. No good on the first one. Woolman was definitely frustrated. Morris still frustrated, still spouting off to the referee. Valdez misses both. Missed opportunities there, Goody.
And I don't know who they called the technical on. If they called it on Woolman, he's still standing up right now, so I'm assuming the foul is not on him. Tech is not on him because he's still standing. So I think that was a player technical. I don't know who they called it on because I didn't see anybody signal who they called it on, but they get the foul, they get the and 1, then they got the technical shots, and then the ball goes back to Capitals.
Looks like the starters are still on the court for the Dragons. Clark gets his rebound and he's up.
It's been all Clark.
7 points, corner three, uncontested. Franklin for it. No good. Garcia's going to come up with the rebound. Tries to stretch it to Valdez.
Give it right back.
Goes to Garcia. To the paint. A little bit of contact. No good. Garcia rebound. Just like that, it's 44-40.
And that emotional swing. Roman got to call a timeout.
Timeout, Dragons. We've got ourselves a beauty at Phil Oaks Gymnasium. We'll be back.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well, so.
Capital Christian on a 14-3 run to start this third quarter, and it's being led by Kanye Clark, the junior guard. Goody. Gotta like the response coming out of the break.
Oh, yes. The Cougars have definitely responded. So now the ball is in the Dragons' court, and they've only had true sustainable success with Wilson Jr. He's hit 3 threes tonight. He's coming in with 13 points. You have to find ways within the offense to get him the basketball. Let him score off screens or coming off cuts. But right now, the Cougars, it's been all Cougars in the second half, and they've came out demonstrative.
Sanders is going to check in, finds Franklin down, call on the floor.
Hearn finding his way to the basket again. I like the offset. They attacked at the low end of the zone, right? Good rotation here by the freshman. Hearn attacking the baseline side. Garcia giving it up to him, which allowed him to get that look.
Garcia's going to get the foul. First one's on the way, and it's good. 45-40.
And that's only Garcia's first.
Wilson making 4 from the stripe so far. The energy is definitely reached a new level so far tonight after a very quiet first period.
And a lot of these players on this court don't know the history of these two teams. They have been playing each other all the way back to the Hoop for Hungry when we used to play right here at this court and get it in.
Clark with the nice little ball fake. No, it's a shame it doesn't go. Franklin with the rebound. Here he comes. Garcia falls. 3 ball on the way is good. Count it. Smith for 3. I'm sorry, Jones for 3.
Jones, good step up. The young kid is definitely matured since Gridley. Takes that shot with confidence, and Coach Woolman is building his confidence right now and giving him this opportunity. This is really good for him. Valdez with the find. Oh!
Nice little block there, tipped it. Valdez tips it back, and Valdez is going to get the ball back for the Cougars. He's got to look up here. He's got to try to find a teammate. He finds Garcia in the corner. He goes baseline. He goes back to Clark. 3 ball on the way for the Cougars. No good. Too strong. Valdez with another rebound, and he turns it over.
Valdez doing it all.
Clark 3. Short. No good. Dragons are willing to settle it down. Let that one go out of bounds.
IQ shot. Don't get too caught up in it. I have watched Clark over the season. He is best when he attacks the basketball and attacks the rim, When he puts the ball on the floor, he's special. Don't settle for threes because of momentum right now. Didn't have any legs, hence why he shot the airball shot.
Keon Buford's going to check in, a little bit of muscle down in the paint, checking in for the Dragons. We're not seeing as much of Buford as we had in previous games here on NorCal Sports. Wonder if he's nursing a little bit of an injury. We don't want to speculate. He's definitely down in the game now. Nice cut down low. Hands it to Buford, off the glass and in, and immediately makes a difference.
Buford doing what he does best. And coming to help the Dragons out in spots.
Just like that, the run has stopped, and it's 51-40. The closest it's been is 4 points. Can the Cougars bring it back? They drive. Left. Throws up a lazy shot. This one stopped. They're going to say Cougars ball. Nolan was the one that came up with the rebound. The shot originally came from Lewis.
And right now, shots, IQ has to matter. Yeah, Lewis, I know you want to get that shot, but you got 2 defenders on you, sacrificing only shots, so you can't make a decision out of that. You got to make high IQ shots right now, high IQ decisions, because both of these teams are trying to go in the playoffs. Yes, we're competing in league, but we also know what our goals are past this.
Michael Lorente is going to take a timeout for Capital Christian. 2:25 left in the third quarter, 51-40. We'll see what they come back with when we come back. After only being held to 3 points halfway through the third quarter, the Dragons score 7 in a minute and a half to bring this onto a 51-40 ball game, 11-point lead. Cougars with the ball trying to inbound. They go to the top quickly. 3 ball in the way is no good. Nice rebound, quick play, quick thinking.
Good weak side rebound by Lewis stepping in.
Hearn didn't like that, but let's take another look at that.
See whose leg that went off of.
I think the referee got that one going off of Hearn's leg.
Good call by the officials.
Garcia's going to pass it. Nolan, top, turn that one over. They're going to say over.
Turnover.
And the turnovers are starting to rear their ugly head for the Cougars again.
And the Cougars were doing pretty good. They've now racked up to 9 turnovers. That means only 2 in the second half. They had 7 in the first. So, and now they have the Dragons at 7 turnovers where they only had 1 in the first. So they got to take care of the basketball right now, especially for the Cougars because they're the ones down 11.
They find Buford down low, tries to play a little bully ball, and they're going to say he walked with it, obviously fell. There's a turnover right back. Here's another look at it. They found Buford, who had Marcellus Franklin on him. And Franklin just kept his hands up. Good defense. Just under 2 minutes left in the third. Garcia's going to work it around. Got the open man in the corner. He's going to step into it. Tipped on the pass by Buford. Got his big body in the way. One up and good. Sanders with a bucket.
Sanders been playing for a minute, but to see him get a bucket in, turning those minutes into something productive.
And a hard-fought bucket, too. Fought off of contact. Got it again. Almost walked. A floater, no good. Foul's going to be on Buford. That'll send him to the line.
Buford's been working on his decision-making right there. Don't need to get off your feet yet, big fella. Like, you have to block shots in your range. You see not giving him a chance to come down. And Buford got up on that one.
Yes, he did.
But if he stays down and reads it, it's all about timing. He kind of jumped a little soon, didn't let the defender or the offensive player come down. Some of these calls are very easy.
Yes. Our screens vibrated when Buford came down after that one. First one is good from Nolan.
And you can tell right now, Buford, the tempo and the adjustments, this is just a guesstimation right now, but with Buford in the game, they have to play at a slower pace. They don't have that same reach. As you see in previous plays where Hearnes came out on that corner drive or different players have come out on that corner drive, now you got Buford in there, and that could be a risk. So you see him playing in spot minutes right now because of how the game tempo is going and how the rhythm is going for the Dragons. They have to play different when you have the 6'8" kid in.
They're going to get Russian over the back. Dragons ball, $1:29 left in this quarter. And one thing to notice, we haven't seen Jalen Morris check back in for the Dragons, so it's probably safe to assume that he was on that received that technical foul a little bit earlier and might be saving it for that fourth quarter. He's a big piece to lose, especially with a lot of basketball left to play, Giddy.
But I can respect Roman. Hey, you're a senior, you got to stay under control because we need you in positions like this and appreciate the team right now. He's on the bench, he's looking on, but these young guys have stepped up and filled into your spot. So when you get an opportunity to get back on that floor, you got to step up too.
Nice little ball fake. That's going to go up and in.
And Jones showing us a nice touch. He's thrown in 9 points today.
Like to see it. This one passed back now. Cougars to the paint, drives up. Nice little kiss off the glass. Franklin gets up, fighting against Buford. Body on body. Thompson ends up cleaning up the basket, 55-43. Marcellus Franklin versus Keon Buford. Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan-esque. And Franklin gets up and sends it back. There will be a foul
And we see a different Jackson. We see a different Jackson today than we saw the other day. Buford's size and height playing a factor. Jackson was able to get about 5 or 6 blocks in that last game that we saw him in, and you see the difference by just having that 6'6" frame, kind of wider body, kind of thick, playing some impact to that young sophomore.
Micah Hobson was the one on the foul. That's his second of the night. Hearn at the line shooting his first. That is no good. So it remains a 12-point game, 42.8 left in the third. You still have a feeling that this game could flip any way. We've seen the Cougars fight their way back in. Second throw on the way is no good. You missed both. That's a missed opportunity.
Both teams doing little things right now to damage themselves. Miss free throws and miss layups.
To the corner. Now he cuts to the basket. He finds Franklin. No, now he finds Clark, who loses it for a second. Clark still has it. Now he throws to Franklin. Get up, young man! With authority, he throws it down. Making it a 10-point game. Marcellus Franklin with a bucket.
Nice job by Clark finding the big fella down there to get a slam in. Franklin just going up with all power, but let's see if the Dragons can get a score before they go into the fourth.
Marcellus Jackson with the 2. Shot clock turned off. Let's see what the Dragons can do. Here goes to Wilson. Step back 3 on the way. No good. It's short.
Good follow.
And he's going to get a foul.
Good follow. Lewis not doing his job on the box out. You got to box the shooter out. Good job by Wilson Jr., though. Missed his shot, immediately pursued. Got an opportunity right there and caught Lewis off guard.
Third foul for Lewis. They'll keep it under the basket.
Got to get a shot.
2.3, tip down low. Throws it out top. Hearn for 3. There's it, no good. And we go to the fourth quarter. It is a 10-point game. NorCal Sports TV. We've got a great one on hand. We hope you stay with us as you take another look at that one. Going into the fourth, Dragons lead by 10. A 10-point game with 8 minutes to glory here at Phil Oakes Gymnasium, campus of Capital Christian in beautiful Sacramento. A windy day out there today, but we're so glad you're inside and keep it warm and watching the game with us tonight on NorCal Sports TV. We'd like to remind you, you can follow us on social media at Goody Given Game and me at Alex Tasker Radio. And you can always follow NorCal Sports TV as well. It's just that easy to subscribe. Go ahead, click that bell, hit subscribe, like the video. We bring a whole bunch of action from all over the state of California. You don't want to miss anything. Some great action coming up. Don't forget we have the NorCal Games. It's essentially the high school all-star game for the Bay Area versus the Northern California region. You got that coming up. Certainly don't want to miss that one. That one's at Las Positas College in Livermore, California, Saturday, April 16th. Right after tax day, right after you pay your taxes, what do you got? Some free entertainment on YouTube and some of the best young high school players in the region. Ready for the fourth quarter here. We hope you are as well. Dragons are going to start with this one. Some last-minute words from head coach Michael Lorente for Capital Christian.
This is all they got. This is for all the marbles. It's extremely important for the Dragons to be able to pull this one off. We see Morris back in rotation. We see Coach Lorente standing in charge on the sideline.
We're going to watch Morris versus Clark this final quarter. They've had some great battles all night long. Cougars are in the bonus. We go back to Morris. He's going to hand that one off to Wilson. He goes to the corner, finds Wilson Jr. He's got Franklin out there and Hearn as well. They work it down to Franklin. He steps back. Wilson thinks about it. Pump fake. Floater alert. No good. Rebound. It's going to be Hearns. And they say he stepped out. It's going to be Cougars ball.
Cougars going to have to do a better job of taking away that middle look. I liked how the offense for the Dragons right there, really patient, try to get it inside out to create some movement. Cougars have to be more disciplined because Hearn got an easy layup after a couple rotations. And now we see that press by the Dragons.
Cougars want to work it around, spread the court. Garcia throws it over to Clark.
And more so delayed press because now we're halfway through the shot clock and the Cougars have to execute.
Clark has Rushton and Lewis there to help him. Lewis with the ball now. Throws it now to Garcia in the corner, almost loses it. Now he picks up his dribble, steps back.
Somebody got to look to score!
And the shot clock goes off. They don't get a shot off. That just is bad execution from the Cougars.
Nobody being aware, and it started with the delayed press by Woolman and the Dragons. They kind of pushed them down to 20 seconds. Nobody for the Cougars being aware of the shot clock. You get in situations like that.
Morris fights off the double team momentarily. They fly it over to the other side to Wilson Jr. And Adam Morris is okay to hold it. The clock is definitely in the Dragons' favor. He's willing to sit there and hold it all night, folks, unless you get up on him. Now Clark puts his right hand out, and now Morris drives. He goes to the corner, has a three.
Good find down low.
Now they push it out. Hearn's going to drive to the paint. He steps up, throws the floater, is no good. Tip. Dragons going to keep it.
Wilson giving him another opportunity. He's done a really good job of rebounding today. But there's travel?
Travel, yes.
A big shout out to Hearn. He's doing a really good job of getting that weak side rebound. His timing is extremely well. He's only a junior, guys.
Franklin was the one who walked. We work it now down into the corner. Now back to the top. Here's Clark. Nice little shimmy. Goes to the paint. Off the glass. No good.
Woo! He left Morris in the dust right there.
Lewis almost took the ball away.
Got to make that one, though. He got to make that bucket right there. You got to make a highlight reel for yourself right there, young man.
Double team in the backcourt. Morris is going to pick it up. That one's turned over. Down low. Here's the Cougars. Easy layup and in. Give Lewis a bucket. That's his second. 55-47. Timeout, Cougars. 5:44 left in this one. We'll be back on NorCal Sports TV after this.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well, so.
We got a beautiful game going on tonight. 55-47. 8-point difference is all that separates these two teams. Remember, some heavy playoff implications in this one in the Capital Athletic League. SAC currently sitting number 3, behind Capital Christian sitting at number 1. Sacramento's been playing some great basketball of late, especially after losing Ben Roseboro in the middle of the season after the Gridley Invitational. He went off, tried to elevate his own game. They're playing good ball with 11-8 overall, 4-2 in league. And about 5:45, the score holds from improving on that.
See the press break drawn up. Want to get the ball to the middle of the court. Oh my God.
Turned over. I'll wait and see what the call is. Michael Lorente is going to get teed up here.
Whoa.
Take a look at this one here, Goody. Tell me what you see.
Now let's see where the contact comes in at.
Oh, that's a bit iffy.
Let's see it one more time after these free throws.
First one is good from Jones. Here is
Let's see
again.
a different angle. Oh yeah. Lewis, first hand on the hip, second hand on the chest.
Both free throws were good there from Jones, so 57-47 is back to a 10-point lead. And Morris with the quick inbound, now he's got it up court.
Cut, give it right back.
Beautiful little passing, a beautiful design play from the Dragons. Makes it a 12-point game, 59-47.
Good sideline entrance. Lewis showing his handle.
Oh, he goes in strong, but he'll get the he draws the charge. Offensive foul.
There he goes.
And another.
He's out of control today. And I wouldn't be surprised if Morente didn't sit him down for the rest of the game.
I wouldn't be surprised either, Goody. A lot of drawing going on at center court. You see Valdez about ready to check in. And there's Lorente going to have a word with him. First one on the way is good from Jones again.
Jones, the silent freshman, or not so silent freshman, should I say, racking it in. He came in off the bench, and that first a little bit played really good defense, but also like he's shown two in the second, 2 in the third, actually more than that, 4 in the second, 5 in the third, and now he can potentially throw in another 4 points, and that's going to make almost 4 or 5 of the Dragon players in double digits, and hence why they have such a significant lead right now and making an impact.
60-47 is our score. Those technicals are definitely going to play a factor here late. Both teams in the bonus. Jones makes them both.
Now, Nick, let's talk, Nick. Let's talk. Okay? They just picked up 3 technicals in less than 2 minutes. We talked about this on Saturday. The Cougars, if they want to have longevity, they have to do a better job of controlling their emotions, not trying to get in this tit for tat with the officials and play basketball. It's not about every argument I'm trying to win. I'm trying to go out here and play the game. If you have frustration or moments you want to talk to the officials, you have every opportunity to do that. As the Dragons step out and another turnover for them.
Franklin got the ball quickly, couldn't find anything to do with it, and like you said, he stepped out. So now the Cougars get the ball. Offensive strategy for the Cougars going here. What do you think?
They got to attack. It got to come either from Clark right now or it got to come from Garcia. But Valdez, let's watch him as well in the corner.
Sweet left hand's no good, but the rebound is down low and also no good. There's Garcia to clean it up.
And Garcia being the cleanup man like he does best. He's a utility guy for the Cougars, and he does it all. You see a deep pass, Hearn doing everything to save that one from being a turnover.
Tipped again, still Dragons ball. Wilson gets it now. Morris spins. Valdez tried to bite on it. Now they're back in defense. They're willing to run with it.
And all the Dragons have to do is fake a pass to make a pass. Fake a pass to make a pass. They're jumping everywhere. One shot fake or one up fake. The Cougars almost had about 3 or 4 steals on that one possession alone. And again, the low hand check, right? You get 1 second, 1,000, 2 1,000. When you take off and you put back on, they call it almost every single time. It's impediment to the basket.
Hearn misses the first. And Nolan will check back in. He's going to make way as Hobson checks out for the game. Second one on the way is good, and it rattles home for Hearn. That's his first free throw of the night. 62-49.
And Hearn been quiet since that first quarter. He's going to have to step up right now.
Here's another person we haven't called his name much, is Valdez, since the fourth quarter started. Now he comes up with it. No shot allowed. They're going to say on the floor.
Yep. Secure the basketball. I like the toughness. Morris trying to dig in there, doing what little guards do. Just came over the top and called a foul.
Morris with his 3rd foul of the night. Both teams in the bonus, so it does send Valdez to the line. Valdez shot 2 earlier and he missed both. Let's see if this one a little bit better. 1-and-1 opportunity. First one is up and is good this time.
Valdez, you better get up there and pose, young fella. Show him what shooters do.
I'd like to correct myself. Valdez made 1 of 2 last time, so he's got 2 on the night. Here's the second opportunity, and that one's good. I think he heard you there. Was a little better. Oh, that's off Morris's hands. That's going to be turnover. Clark forces a great turnover, and you see the frustration on Morris's face.
The facial expressions we get to see right here up close and personal.
Clark checks it in, takes it all the way, pump fake up, goes home and it's good! Count the bucket, Clark with another one, his 5th bucket of the night, sends him for the and one opportunity. Look at this one again.
Good screen at the top by Nolan, getting this guard open, and you see the patience. Nolan didn't go get that. Clark did a good job of coming off the screen, rubbing shoulders. His change of speed is unreal, and his hang time in the air is also a problem for any defender.
That pump fake stopped everybody in their tracks. Free shot on the way is no good. Dragons are going to rebound. 62-53, a 9-point game.
Keep the ball in the middle of the court.
Morris is checked out of the game for the Dragons. Isolated down low. It's out to the corner. Dragons want to hold it. They throw it back up top where Clark holds onto it.
They got to get somebody on that low block because right now the Cougars are trapping ill-advised, just scattered, and they're giving up a lot, but they haven't seen it on the Dragon side yet.
A huge rebound by Nolan. Goes up for 2. Count the bucket! They're going to get Mike Wilson on the foul.
Let's see position right here. Good find.
Ooh. That one's borderline.
He was kind of there. Front chest. That's a little home cooking. You know, it's a run going on right now.
I'm a little hungry. We've been here all night. That home cooking sounds pretty good.
Hearn only picking up his first in the second half.
Garcia at the line. And Sanders will check out for the Dragons.
It's important. They got to get this and one right here.
We're going to put Morris back in the game. Foul shots on the way is no good. And they're going to get the rebound. It's Wilson Jr. comes up with it. Nice backcourt pressure.
This is my concern.
Morris comes up with it, and there's going to be a foul on
Clark. They're on double bonus right now. This is my concern with the Cougars. No, you're trying to get back in the ball game, but why have 3 white jerseys on the ball? You're giving up so much. They luckily got a tip deflection that kind of slowed Morris down, but just imagine if Morris catches that in full steam. Now we're going, 4-on-2. Again, like I said in that last possession, they're giving up a lot. I love their defensive tenacity right now. They're all over the ball, but we got to do that in a smart way because, again, in bigger, better games, you're not going to be allowed to do that.
First one on the way is good for Morris.
And Morris finally seeing the ball go in the rim since that first quarter.
We have yet to call his name. You're absolutely right. Less than half left in the fourth quarter. 3:47, 6-point game. Make it 7.
And just young players watching, stay mentally in the game. It's the Dragons get another turnover right there.
Dragons force a jump ball. It will be Capital ball as they have the possession.
It's Capital's ball. Give the ball up. It's Capital's ball.
Still hanging on to it. You want to avoid? Don't get a stupid foul here.
It's a testy time right now. There's no need to get any technicals.
Head coach McCall Woolman definitely thought about what he's going to say. Big entry pass up for the Cougars. Gets a foul and another one. Another one. Morris draws another foul. Rushton with a huge bucket. Look at the entry pass. Garcia immediately.
The QB going to San Jose State. He's done a tremendous job today just picking apart that zone. He can see over. He makes all the good reads, and he's strong enough to do a full court chest pass from out of bounds.
Unbelievable. Desmond Rushton, his first bucket of the night. Chance at the 3-point play. No good. It's too strong. Rebound. Clark gets it. No! 3-point game. 3:35 left to play. Wilson has it. Throws it forward. There's a foul.
Why are we fouling? It's double bonus right now.
I think they got rushed in. We'll take a look again.
We'll see. Dragons making those cross-court passes. Very skeptical, but Sanders trying to be strong with the basketball. Secures it right there. Now let's do a fun fact, Nick. The Cougars have had their last 3 buckets be and one plays.
First one is no good.
They have not made one free throw on that and one play. Right now, we could have a 64-64 ball game.
Unfortunately, it didn't go. Second one on the way from the line. That one is good. 4-point game. Clark, corner three on the way, Rustin, no good, over the back.
Yep, good rebound by Hearn, good box out. And now we again, double bonus. Can the Dragons make free throws down the stretch? I'm gonna tell you right now, I know everybody wants to shoot threes, everybody wants to be the Warriors, but you gotta do what you're good at. Capital Christian is good at attacking the seams, beating people off the dribble, getting offensive rebounds. You have not did a good job tonight at shooting the three ball. You're trying to get back in the ball game. Do what got you back in the ball game.
Everybody wants to be the Warrior. You don't say that because Matt Barnes is here tonight.
Everybody want to shoot threes like Matt. Everybody can't do that. Do what got you back in this ball game. If you look at the second half stats, it's been all free throws and layups. Free throws and layups.
Hearn's going to miss the second.
Wilson Jr. might want to pipe it down. I know he's extra right now, but he might want to slow it down. You see right here, let's look again, Rushton. Good box out by Rushton. Yep, easy call. Rushton got low on the base, pushed the defender out. You can't do nothing but call an over the back call.
Rushton going to the line now. He missed his last free throw attempt. Here's the first one on the way from him. Count it this time, it's good.
Gotta see free throws go in the bucket.
3:22. This crowd has been treated to a dandy tonight. Valdez back behind Rushton.
Rushton been silent all day, but he's woke up.
He's got both of them.
Woke up in the fourth.
Full court pressure from the Cougars. They go all the way down court. That's intercepted by Garcia. Garcia will pass it off.
Garcia's on some of that back pedal hip action.
They're trying to get timeout called. That's going to be from the Cougars. Oh boy, 66-63, 3:15 left in this one. Don't go anywhere.
Cast is brought to you by Capital Christian Boys Basketball. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day sleepaway basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Learn more at norcalsportstv.com/camp. The 5th annual All NorCal Games, the largest All-Star event on the West Coast and official Bay Area versus Sacramento All-Star Game, returns April 16th to Las Positas College in Livermore. Go to norcalsportstv.com/ANG for all the details.
The assistant coach for the Capital Christian Cougars just came over to the student body, said, keep it up. You have 3:15 more in you, and they stood up and started cheering. We have a terrific game for you here inside the Phil D. Oates Gymnasium at Capital Christian. Heavy playoff implications wait this one. Capital Christian currently first in the Capital Athletic League. Clark has it. He moves to his right, goes all the way to the rack, and it's good!
No outside defense by the Dragons, no adjustment. They got to do a better job.
They go try to go across the court, spin move. Wilson goes free ball, they go to slow it down. Clark has 17 on the night, buddy.
And he's earned every bucket.
Absolutely. 1-point game. They work to the corner.
Got to get it out the corner. Capitals wants to try.
They work it down low, and there's the foul. Blocking foul.
Any trip, any contact, any touch right now, they got to call it. They got to call it.
Looks like they're going to get Rushton again.
And now this is what I'm not liking. Every time the Dragons kind of seem to get the press under control, they're too hesitant at the top end, which is calling Garcia for the double team. Move the ball quickly. Let's get in some offensive execution.
First free throw is good from Mike Wilson. And he's the wrong person you want to send to the line. He's made 7 free throws tonight.
Wilson only missed 2 on the night. Hopefully I don't jinx him. But that 9 for 17 right now.
There's the dance. The broadcaster curse is real.
The broadcast curse is activated. And Garcia coming down.
All the way goes Garcia. We got a tie game. Garcia's 6th bucket of the night. Dragons tied to the Cougars. Picked off. 2-on-1. Garcia. He'll go to the line. Look at the score here from Garcia.
Garcia, full steam, in, out. Come guard me.
And here's a look at the foul.
And again, you see Just taking his patience. Turnover, good steal right there by Nolan, reading it. Garcia, come get some.
He'll shoot 2 at the line. First one is good.
It's been all Garcia, all Clark in this third and in this fourth. And now they are leading the Dragons by 1.
Substitution for the Dragons. Big Keon Buford's going to check in for Hearn. Jaden Morris is off the court for the Dragons. Now Hearn, 2 of their bigger scorers tonight. Wilson Jr. still on the floor.
And I'm interested why Hearn needs to get back in. He only has 1 foul. He's in good position. Morris with the 4 fouls. I don't know when we'll see him again.
Garcia makes them both. And for the first time tonight, Goody, the Capital Christian Cougars have a lead. Better to leave it late than never, I suppose. 2:24 left in this one.
And they've chipped away. Besides that first quarter, it's been all Capital Christian, to say the least. They've won the second quarter and the third quarter, and right now it's looking like they're on the verge of winning this fourth, making up those points from the first half, or the first quarter, should I say, to give them potentially this win that they definitely need in the book.
This will be huge for Capital Christian in playoff time.
And right now I suggest Dragons keep the ball in the middle. Why pick your dribble up? That's what they want you to do. They can't trap you in the middle of the court.
They get it to Jones, who finds a man down low. Rebounds no good. Get up. Capital Christian's got it.
Buford got to make that one. Hearn got to make that one. Those are chip shots that can tie the ball game up. Veterans got to lead by example right now. You can't miss that.
Normally that's Buford's bread and butter.
Buford.
That one's kicked.
Get all the way in. Help. Let me just be honest right now. Let's look at Garcia's stats. Buford all the way in the corner. For what? The ball is all the way on the right side of the court. Garcia has not hit 1 3-pointer tonight. So I have to see if he's going to make one. Let's keep it honest and help on the drive with Clark. That's why he's back to the free throw line.
First one on the way from him is no good. It remains a 2-point game, under 2 minutes to play.
And again, those free throws, Cougars going for 9 for 18. 9 for 18 right now.
Second one's good. Clark's 4th on the night. 3-point game now, 76-67.
Get the ball in the middle of the court. Attack.
We'll check it up now. Jones brings it forward.
Jones got to show me something right here. Valdez.
He drives, stops his momentum, no good. Rebound Garcia, he's willing to slow it down a bit. Now he picks up the pace. Garcia wants to go all the way, goes to the corner, 3-ball on the way, it's good!
Nolan hits one right on time,
his
baby.
First bucket of the night. Nolan with the 6-point lead. Dragons playing from behind now. 1:22 left in this one. He goes up, he gets the blocking foul.
They call the block.
Garcia doesn't like that one.
Nolan hitting the 3. You got to get back in defense, but I wouldn't give it up to anybody else. Not in position, still moving, not under control. It's an easy call right there. 4th
foul for Nolan. That's going to send Sanders to the line.
I love when it's close games like this. Everybody thinks they're officials. Everybody thinks every play is a charge, and everybody wants to argue the calls when it's down. 1 minute left.
From our broadcast position, it's tough to see the student bodies on their feet. Listen to how loud they get. Sanders, first one on the way is good.
Quiet the crowd then, Sanders.
There you go, son. 73-69.
Gotta be the best feeling in basketball right there when you got the crowd going crazy, just you in the free throw line and you make one to silence them.
Second one on the way is good. 73-69 now, 4-point game.
And the Dragons haven't really been able to get a bucket. They've only had 1 bucket. All the rest have been...
Valdez Garcia, it's 2-on-1. He goes all the way.
Blocked by Sanders!
Sanders making a difference on both ends of the court. Valdez has it. He finds Clark. 1:08 left in this one. And now foul. Reach in by Hearn.
Why? And I know Coach Woolman is at full attention, but you got to give credit to Hearn on that last play. Got back in transition, and you see right here, Garcia finding up. They only got to give the ball up. Sanders come out of nowhere with a Wilson burger.
First one on the way from Clark is good. (74-69). Second one on the way is good. Make it a 5-point game again. Excuse me, 6-point game. Timeout.
Clark and Garcia show.
.107 left, the 30-second timeout called on the court. Oh man, let's reset where we are at. At the end of the first quarter, the Dragons were up 27-8. The Cougars have clawed their way back into this one, 75-69. A tremendous performance from Clark. Once again, Kanye Clark, we called it on Friday night. Great performance against Del Campo. He came out tonight and just doing quick math at it.
20.
Let's see, 20. Yeah, you called it, 20. He's played absolutely phenomenal. Garcia, we mentioned him. Anthony Garcia has come back. He's had a phenomenal second half after being shut down in the first half.
He got 17.
And they've done a great job of limiting what Jalen Morris can do on the other side of the ball from the Dragons. We haven't called his name much at all this game. He's run the offense well, but second half, he's been on the bench, foul trouble, nothing to see from him.
And this is credit to the Cougars and the adjustment by Mike Lorente. The Dragons have only scored one bucket in this fourth quarter. All of their points have been generated from free throws because they've been in a double bonus since about the 6-minute mark. So credit to the Cougars and how they have been able to lock in defensively and come out of that hole. But I know Coach Lorente, something about the growth and development of his team, you cannot continuously build 20-point deficits going forward if you want to have success.
Can the Dragons get a bucket?
They got to get the ball in the middle.
They throw it deep. Nobody there. And that might be the worst turnover of the night at the worst time for the Dragons.
You got to think, in this first half, the Cougars had more turnovers than the Dragons. Right now, the Dragons have 15 turnovers.
Cougars working up to Clark. He'll hold on to it. They reset. Now they throw it low. Rushton's got it.
They're giving up a lot.
They're working back to Garcia. To the corner to Nolan. Pump fake opens it up. They go back to Rushton. Foul on the court.
They've got to go for the ball, so I think they're going to call a flagrant right there.
Woolman doesn't like that one. Take a look.
The most inappropriate time. I don't think that's a good call right there. Gave up the rim. It wasn't even that much contact. But you definitely got to be conscious of going for the basketball, because then you're getting calls like this or plays like this where they can potentially call a flagrant because you're not going for the basketball.
Well, you mentioned it earlier in the quarter. You got to the point where now they have to call it. 46.2 left in this one. Capital Christian has come all the way back. 13 on the shot clock. Clark loses it, and a big foul. Oh, it's going the other way. They call a blocking foul on Rushton. Here it is. Clark had it. Rushton went to set a hard screen. Now he walked a little bit.
A lot of movement. The base, super wide base, trying to lean into the defender. You don't have to do that. Secure your spot. Let the offensive player come off the screen, and I think Rushton's fouled out.
I believe you are right. Looks like Hobson is checking back in for the Cougars. 42-1, 6-point game. Need a bucket here if you're the Dragons.
They gotta go. They gotta go. They're still taking too long. They gotta go.
Now they work their way. They're willing to give up the paint. Blocked by Garcia!
Wilson Burger!
They move it to Clark. He holds on to it. He spins. He's got the hoop. Clark throws it to the corner. They hold on to it. And now the foul. Nolan will go to the line.
Clark, Garcia, it's been a tandem. That Wilson Burger, you see it right here. Give me some of that. Ooh,
with a potential game sealer. Free throw one is good from Nolan.
And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Cougars have done a tremendous job of coming back and fighting together as a team, but a key person down the run right now has been Nolan. If he can knock this free throw in.
There he does. 8-point game, 23.4. Dragons have to move quick.
His last 5 points have been instrumental, and the Dragons are just taking too long to go.
They find the corner man. 3 ball on the way is short. No good. Rebounded Dragons. They go up. Blocked.
Another one! And another one!
Buy one, get one free from Garcia. The foul in the court, and that's all gonna do it. is
back to back.
Tastes so nice, he ordered it twice. Look at it again.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm saying some of that juices from San Jose State this weekend. I'm just saying, when you get the big deal, you come out with your chest a little bit higher. You know how to play basketball now. And he came and showed it.
A
today.
Silicon Valley-sized swat down low might be sending the Capital Christian Cougars on their way to another win.
You know, it's something about the cameras, Nick. It's something about the cameras. When the camera's in the gym, you got to be electric, and that's something that he's done all season for the Cougars. He's actually done that for the past 4 years for the Cougars, and being on this team, being instrumental, getting to the section championships. He knows what it takes. I wouldn't expect any other player to lead this group right now other than Anthony Garcia.
When the cameras are on, the lights are on, the ballers show up, and he definitely showed up here late. After, like we mentioned, being almost shut down in that first half, just a couple of easy layups, he has stepped up massively for his team.
5 points in the first half, 17 to finish the game.
Misses the first one.
2 demonstrative blocks, and got to have over double-digit rebounds, easily.
Hobson misses the first. He'll make the second. It's a 9-point game with 6 seconds left to play. It's all but academic here. They hold on to it. Corner three on the way from Wilson is no good. And this one is over. The students are on the court. They love it. Cougars win. Cougars win. Cougars win. Our final score here tonight, the Cougars claw all the way back for the 78-69 victory. We're going to take a step aside. We'll let them shake hands, and we'll come back with our post-game wrap. Once again, Capital Christian beats Sac High 78-69.
Cast is brought to you by Capital Christian Boys Basketball, the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp, 5-day sleepaway basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Learn more at norcalsportstv.com/camp. The 5th annual All NorCal Games, the largest All-Star event on the West Coast and official Bay Area versus Sacramento All-Star Game, returns April 16th to Las Positas College in Livermore. Go to norcalsportstv.com/ANG for all the details.
Well, Goody, you couldn't have predicted a much better game than that tonight. Capital Christian, we mentioned it earlier, went down big early, but they clawed and they fought their way back to a 78-69 final score. Goody, where do you start with this one? Who do you even think about giving player of the game honors to?
I got to go double. It got to be Clark and Garcia for me. Just their tandem and their connectedness, it's unreal. And that's something that I have been focusing on and preaching on. I think it's really important that you're a multi-sport athlete. I think it's big when you start seeing the community from the football team come out to support basketball, go out and support baseball, and you can see there is a different type of relationship between those two because they've been together since spring. And so they've been working out. They have such a dynamic together, and you can tell when they really need to get a bucket, when they really need to get a stop, they depend on either Clark or Garcia to make that play.
That's going to make Capital Christian 13-9 on the year, 7-1 in the Capital Athletic League. Meanwhile, the other side of the court, Sacramento Dragons, 11-9 now on the year, 4-3 in the league. A great first half, and it's hard to really say, they played bad. They just didn't have much of it late. Wilson Jr. looked great early, bunch of threes. Mike Wilson made his free throws. Hearn looked okay. They got into foul trouble. And you mentioned it earlier, they had the 3 technicals within a minute and a half. And they converted on all 6 of those free throw shots. That's a 3-point game if you don't do those.
I think the difference, though, is the Dragons lost win. They came out, they played electric, they played fast, they played strong, but they couldn't sustain that momentum, and that goes back to conditioning from October, conditioning from when those early periods start in September, and so you got to have the legs in the wind, and you could tell once they didn't have the legs in the wind, they got frustrated, and it's something that I talked about with all my players that I get to coach and mentor is once you pull yourself in the valley, it is very hard to come out of mentally. And so if you don't have a group around you that can sustain that focus, you're going to continue to stay in the valley. And once they got into the trying to get arguments with calls, arguing plays, not getting focused on what the task at hand is, Capital Christian smelled blood and they took advantage of it.
Absolutely. Well, For all of us here at NorCal Sports TV from the fine folks at Capital Christian High School, we'd like to thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We'd like to remind you of all of our sponsors who bring us these fine games. We could not do it without you. Our final score for Lauren Goody Goodman and me, Alex Tasker on NorCal Sports TV. Capital Christian wins this one, 78-69. We'll see you all next time.